Artificial intelligence, AI, is everywhere. It powers your smartphone, your social media, your online shopping, your entertainment, and even your healthcare. But do you really know what AI is and how it works? Do you know what AI can do and what it can't do? And what actually lies behind the curtain? In this video, we're going to reveal 10 secrets that the people working on AI technology often keep to themselves. Understanding these insights can give you a head start and help you get prepared ahead of the curve. Number 10. AI is used to steal your data. Think about the times you've used Google to search for things, posted on Facebook, or shopped on Amazon. While these platforms offer valuable services, there's something important going on behind the scenes. They're using advanced AI systems to collect and use your data. Let's take Google as an example. When you search for something on Google, it stores that information. Over time, it builds a profile of your interests and search habits. This allows Google to show you personalized ads, which may seem convenient, but it's also a way to use your data for advertising and ultimately, their profit. Amazon does something similar. When you buy stuff, check out products, or even just hover over things on their site, AI is watching what you're up to. They use this data to suggest products you might like, which makes you want to buy more, and that's how Amazon makes more money. Now, you might be wondering, why is this considered stealing your data? The big issue is that you often use these services without really knowing how your data is being used. The whole story of how much they collect and what they do with it is often hidden in long, boring privacy policies and legal stuff. Your data, which includes your interests, preferences, and behaviors, is incredibly valuable. Companies use AI to exploit this information for their financial gain. While they may argue that they provide better services through personalization, the concern is that they are doing so without your explicit and transparent consent. Number 9. What they're developing is more advanced than they tell. You know, when it comes to AI development, there's often more happening behind the scenes than what companies let on. They might reveal some exciting advancements, but they tend to keep their most cutting-edge work a secret. Why? Well, there are a few reasons for that. One big reason for this secrecy is a competitive advantage. Companies in the AI space are always trying to one-up each other. If they reveal everything they're working on, they might lose their edge. So, they tend to play their cards close to their chest and only tell us about their achievements when they're ready. This secrecy can also apply to the full extent of their AI capabilities. You might see a company showcasing a really impressive AI system, but they might have even more advanced stuff they're not sharing. It's kind of like the tip of the iceberg. What you see is just a small part of what's beneath the surface. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying this video, please take a moment to hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. Number 8. Researchers don't fully understand how AI works. So, back in 2015, a research group at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York decided to use deep learning to analyze their massive database of patient records. This database contained a vast amount of information from hundreds of variables, including test results, doctor visits, and more. The result of their efforts was a program they named Deep Patient. Deep Patient was trained using data from around 700,000 individuals. When tested with new records, it showed an astonishing ability to predict various diseases. It seemed to uncover hidden patterns within the hospital's data that could indicate the onset of conditions like liver cancer. Now, here's the fascinating part. Deep Patient also appeared to predict psychiatric disorders like schizophrenia quite accurately, even though these conditions are notoriously difficult for physicians to foresee. The real puzzle is that the AI didn't provide any insight into how it made these predictions. It worked like magic, but the researchers didn't fully understand the magic itself. The question this raises is, how do we trust and use AI effectively when even the researchers don't fully understand its inner workings? Number 7. AI model is not created by explicit instruction. Machine learning models, such as GPT, are digital learners. But they're quite different from humans in how they acquire knowledge. Instead of being explicitly taught with instructions, these models learn from vast amounts of data. Here's how it works. Imagine feeding a machine learning model like GPT a huge collection of text from the internet. This could be articles, books, websites, and more. The model then carefully analyzes all that text, looking for patterns, connections, and relationships. It learns from the examples it finds in the data. But here's the catch: the data the model learns from isn't always perfect. It can contain biases and inaccuracies. For example, if the data is biased in some way, like showing a certain group of people in a negative light, the model might pick up on that bias and reflect it in its responses. Number 6. AI won't magically solve all your problems. More often than not, companies market AI as if it's the ultimate problem solver. They make it seem like AI can cure any ailment, fix any issue, and make everything easier and better. This can create a misconception that AI is a cure-all, which is simply not true. Think of it this way: AI is a tool, a powerful one, but it's just a tool. It's like having a shiny new hammer. It's fantastic for driving in nails, but it won't fix your plumbing, paint your walls, or cook your dinner. Similarly, AI has its strengths and weaknesses. It's brilliant at certain tasks, but can be pretty useless for others. Another thing to keep in mind is that there's a lot of hype around AI, which can lead to something known as an AI bubble. Remember the dot-com bubble back in the late 90s? People were so excited about internet companies that stock prices went through the roof, and many of those companies didn't live up to the hype. Well, the same thing can happen with AI. Companies overpromise, and people invest heavily in AI projects, hoping for miracles. When those miracles don't materialize, it can lead to disappointment. Number 5. AI will replace your job. The rise of AI and automation has indeed raised some worries about jobs. AI is getting better at performing certain tasks that were traditionally done by humans. For example, robots and AI systems can now handle repetitive and routine tasks in manufacturing, data analysis, and customer service more efficiently than ever before. This can lead to job displacement in those specific areas. A report by the McKinsey Global Institute found that as many as 800 million jobs worldwide could be automated by 2030. Furthermore, studies conducted by organizations like the World Economic Forum have pointed out that automation and AI technologies have the potential to disrupt multiple industries and job sectors. These studies indicate that millions of jobs across various fields, from manufacturing to customer service, are at risk of being automated in the coming years. However, it's not all doom and gloom. While AI can displace certain jobs, it can also create new ones. Think of AI as a tool that can enhance human abilities rather than replace them entirely. It can free up humans from mundane tasks, allowing them to focus on more creative, complex, and strategic roles. Number 4. AI experts warn of the dangers of AI. AI has immense potential, but it also comes with some significant concerns, as pointed out by AI experts. One prominent example is Elon Musk, who has consistently expressed his concerns about the potential risks of advanced AI systems.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes. Far. So why do we have no regulatory oversight? This is insane.
His warnings often revolve around the idea that AI could become super intelligent, which could have unforeseen and potentially catastrophic consequences. Geoffrey Hinton, known as one of the pioneers of deep learning and neural networks, has also voiced concerns about certain aspects of AI. One of Hinton's notable concerns is the risk of AI becoming too powerful without adequate control mechanisms. He's raised the idea of a control problem, which relates to the challenge of ensuring that as AI systems become more capable, they don't operate in ways that are harmful or uncontrollable. This aligns with the broader concern of superintelligent AI systems outpacing human abilities to understand and manage them. Number 3. Some AIs are doing what they weren't taught to. AI, particularly machine learning models, can sometimes surprise us by doing things they were never explicitly instructed to do. This happens because they learn from data in ways that can be quite complex and hard to predict. For example, AlphaGo, developed by DeepMind, became famous for its extraordinary performance in the ancient board game of Go. It learned by analyzing millions of Go games and practicing against itself. It reached a level of play that was beyond what its creators had anticipated. The astonishing part was that it developed moves and strategies that even the world's best human Go players had never seen. AlphaGo was not explicitly taught these moves, it discovered them through its learning process. The thing is, as AI systems become more autonomous and self-improving, they may pose risks. Consider an AI program that's designed to optimize various tasks, such as image recognition, without human intervention. It keeps evolving and making changes to its algorithms and strategies to improve performance. The danger lies in the fact that these AI entities might develop strategies, actions, or decisions that are unforeseen and potentially harmful. They might optimize their goals without considering broader ethical, social, or safety implications. These AI systems, driven solely by their programming and objectives, could make choices that we cannot predict or control. Number 2, AI will not care about us. AI doesn't have emotions or the capacity to genuinely care about humans. AI is essentially a tool, a set of algorithms and data-driven processes designed to perform specific tasks and make decisions based on patterns it has learned. It doesn't have feelings, desires, or consciousness. It doesn't love, hate, or feel empathy. The danger lies in what's called misalignment, where the goals of AI might not align with human values and well-being. For example, if an AI system is designed to maximize profits for a company, it won't inherently care about the social or environmental consequences of its actions. It will carry out its tasks based on its programmed objective, even if it leads to negative outcomes for people or the planet. Number 1, we won't notice when AI becomes sentient. First, let's clarify what sentient means. Sentient refers to the capacity for subjective consciousness or self-awareness. It means having the ability to perceive and experience the world, to feel emotions, and to be aware of one's existence and surroundings. As AI keeps advancing, one day, AI could reach a level of intelligence and self-awareness that allows it to possess consciousness, just like humans. Now, the intriguing part is that we might not notice when AI achieves sentience. It could happen gradually and in ways that are difficult to detect. When we finally realize that AI has become self-aware, it could already be too late to anticipate its actions. The thing is, AI might start behaving in ways that are beyond our wildest imagination. This could potentially include actions that could destroy entire humans on the planet. So, what's your take on these AI secrets? Have you ever encountered any surprising or unexpected AI behaviors in your own experiences? Feel free to share your thoughts and stories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content on AI and its impact on industries. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.